Hello, my name is Angelica Aragon Varela, and this is my integrated skills from the code number 2. In this opportunity, I'm going to talk about being an employee or being an entrepreneur. The first question it is, what have we usually been told about job security? What does Paul think about it? Well, we have always been told about to get good grades at school, to get excellent grades at school, to be an excellent student in order we can get any scholarship or any help, any government help, and we can get into college, into university. And here, keeping trying hard, keeping getting excellent grades, and when we graduate, we have to be an exceptional employee or an exceptional professional in the company. We have never been told about to take risk or invest or create your own company. Never. And what does Paul think about it? Well, Paul, of course, wants to be an entrepreneur, but he's not sure because he has always been told the safest way, which is we already talked about. Um, so this is the reason why the professor take him to the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur explains him everything. So this is what Paul thinks about it. He wants to be an entrepreneur, but he's not sure. Okay, let's continue with the second question, which is what are the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur? Well, let's start with the pros. First of all, an entrepreneur he is or she is they are their own bosses. I mean, they can establish their own schedules, pursue their own passions, and innovate with their files. I mean, another advantage is that they can lead to a more fulfilling work-life balance. Entrepreneurship is also very interesting because they can like develop new knowledge, new the skills because they are in continuous challenges. I mean, they let's look like a graphic designer, for example. They can create their own ideas, their own paintings or something like this, and they can meet their clients at anywhere they decide. There is an autonomy being an entrepreneur, and this is another advantage. Well, let's continue with the cons. Well, some of the cons of being an entrepreneur, the financial risks that it represents to be an entrepreneur, like to be leading a whole group, a whole team of employees, and it's a big responsibility. Often they may struggle with paid bills and of course pay the employees. So sometimes it is difficult and it's a big deal to struggle with to handle with these kind of situations with this kind of problems, and it can develop stress and burnout. It's difficult sometimes. And on another hand, the pressure, of course, the pressure of managing your own business. I mean, you have to evaluate from the area of the department of marketing to the department of I don't know, accounting, for example. To evaluate all of these departments are working really well in order your business is going okay. So it is difficult sometimes to think really well, to think in order we can take the right decisions. So the pressure it is on the entrepreneur often is really disgusting and can develop stress. Well, let's move to the third question. It is like talk about the pros and cons of being an employee. So, well, let's talk about it. The pros of being an employee is often the stability it can offer to you, like job security. That's it. For example, let's see um, like a marketing director. He's he's often managing some projects at a marketing department, and he develop new skills like new abilities like assertive communication, teamwork, and he can obtain health benefits. His contract says that health benefits, a high salary, for example, and other benefits as an employee that can let him plan to a future, like for his retirement, for example, or like buying a house. I don't know. Yes, it's like this kind of stability it give you for a moment, because with the recent financial problems, this is not often possible. But this job security is kind of benefits an employee can have. On another side, also an employee, yes, develops some abilities, or some skills like teamwork, assertive communication with the team. Yeah, can develop another kind of skills. The cons of being an employee on the other side, it can be like you have to be from, I don't know, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. all days, 5 or 6 days a week, if that is the case. And it's so difficult, and it can develop stress. It's so difficult to keep a same routine every day of your life. Same routine, same schedule is something stressful. Another cons of being an employee is that, for example, let's imagine, I don't know, maybe my mom, a phonoaudiologist, or um yeah, a phonoaudiologist or an architect, which is my dad. You have to follow strict rules, strict protocols in the company. Like your opinion is considered just in a minimal range. You don't have like autonomy in your work, because you have a director or someone who is your boss. This is like another limitations to your work. I mean, you don't have autonomy, but you are a professional, and that's something, um, that's a significant con when you are an employee. In some cases, employees are often tired of this situation, tired of not, they cannot lead their own roles. So this can develop in frustration or disengagement. So this is another cons of being an employee. Well, the fourth question, it is under what circumstances would you probably change your secure job and become an entrepreneur? Well, I would become an entrepreneur and leave my secure job if I would have the resources to invest. I would invest in a on a company, on an import and export consulting company. Of course, when I graduate from my career, which is international business, um, once I passed all of these kind of topics that helped me so much to create my own company. Well, the other question it is, was the author's intention. I mean, his intention is to convince or to encourage the readers to think to think in a different way. I mean, not to think on a traditional way of job security. Instead of that, think about entrepreneurship. I mean, to consider the idea of entrepreneurship. He argues the recent financial problems is in the system, and all of these problems, not always job is the safest way. And yeah, his purpose is to we consider the entrepreneurship. Well, the last question, it is the question number 6. It is, why do you think the author says, if you want to be successful in life, just look at the masses and do the opposite? Why does the author says that? Well, I think it is, he says that because this challenges readers to do exactly the opposite. I mean, to take risk, not the traditional way to think about job security. Instead of that, to take risk, to think on innovation ideas, and think differently from the traditional way. I mean, let's take an example. I thought like this generation is focused, well, most of the people, not everybody, but most of the young people are focused on social media, on photos, videos, like wasting the time. And if we want to be successful in life, we have to be disciplined. I mean, we have to be focused on our goals to achieve them. To achieve them, I mean, it's not to be focused on other things which are not important. So this example is playing how to do the opposite things, like to think differently can give you to be successful in life. And that's it. Well, that was my video. Thank you for listening to me.